everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Tetra Travels. This video is another that falls into my Spinal Sessions series, where I interview people with various spinal cord injuries to discuss their life, what they're up to, and hopefully inspire people out there with new spinal injuries about what they can do with their lives, but also share awareness to the general public about what a spinal injury might entail, but also how people who have a spinal injury, that doesn't mean it's the end of their life. This week I have my second guest, Mark Worth. I knew Mark would be a fascinating interview, not only because of his positive outlook on life, but also because his spinal cord injury, despite occurring in a very similar way to mine, actually ended up having very different outcomes. Mark has the ability to walk, but it doesn't necessarily mean that life is easy. I hope you enjoy his interview and it teaches you something along the way. In this final episode, which is part 4, we talk about Mark's working life, but also some reflections that he has about life and how to make it better. Hopefully you'll tune in for the whole of the interview, where I think there's some great things to learn. Have you done the same job since your injury, or have you switched jobs? What is it you
So
do?
after my injury, I managed to go back and do my old job, which was working in an old touristy shop in Paynton. Did that for a little while, and then obviously went to university. Came back. I went and did a job in a bar for like a day, and really didn't get on with that. Then went and worked in a phone shop, and I just hated it. Working in a phone shop because everyone just wanted to moan at you because like it was your fault that everything had gone wrong. I just gave that up after a week, after a month of doing it, and then luckily landed on my feet with a job down at old Bookham Technology, which is an old chipset. They make chipsets and stuff like that.
Mm.
So I worked for them for about 2 years in their calibration department, just writing up reports for them and results and stuff. So that was really good. Like after that, it was like, right, me and Sarah want to move closer together. Went and took the leap of faith and went and started working for the council down in East Devon. I've literally been at East Devon since 2007 and just slowly gone through the different roles within the council. And I'm kind of a person that if I can find a better way of doing something, I will do it. I'll find that
Mm.
better way. That's kind of made me get further on because I've just
Mm.
investigated into, oh, how can I do this better? Let's do this. And that's just kind of rolled and rolled and rolled. And now going from basically just data entry of invoices, I'm now all up the way to managing the finance system itself as to how the system will work, how we could do stuff better, implementing new systems. So quite a big change from where I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
to where I am now.
And do you think having a disability has made working life harder, or do you think there's also advantages that have been gained from having your injury?
So in a way, I'm not treated at all like anyone that's got a disability. I'm just treated as a normal kind of person. So in some ways that's good. In other ways it can be quite difficult. So like when I lost my car, I couldn't go back and just go through Motability because I don't get any of that. So it was then like, right, you've now got to find the funds to get a car and all of that. And it's one of those things that it's like, well, I don't have the money, so I can't really buy a car that's going to last me forever and ever. So I literally bought, and it lasted me like 6 months, an old Ford Mondeo. I used to call it Blue Bertha, but it was an absolute tank of a car that literally only one lock on the doors worked on it. But it did the job for me. In a way, being treated as not disabled is it's hard because there are things that you kind of go through and find out, like the difficulties, because you're just not seen as the same kind of person, but yet you'll have different things that go wrong with yourself that are kind of taken for granted. So like bladder and bowels issues taken for granted, tiredness, just all of these things that are just they're not seen, and
Yeah.
it can be quite hard to get that across to people.
And as I said before, do you think there's some advantages though
What to not being
to to having a disability, to have it, or at least having the experiences you've had? Do you think it's kind of given you any, even if it's just mindset?
to have gone through all of this, I wouldn't change it. The outcome is I've met some amazing people along the way. Yourself, other injured players that literally you've just met and just instantly clicked with them because you've got a shared passion for the game, but a shared interest. Instantly made friends and not even had to sort of chat for long periods. Just literally sat down, had a few conversations, and it's like I know you so well already. But also the fact that and this is where it's really lucky and privileged. I went to one of our IPF meetings that we had and met another player, and we were chatting about stuff, and he just went, I wouldn't change this for the world because look at this. We're at Twickenham. I've got three of my mates with me here at Twickenham. They would never normally be here. If I hadn't got injured, I would not be here enjoying the
Mm.
rugby, enjoying the life, enjoying all of this. I would have never have done it. And it's all because I had that injury and I've been able to bring my friends along to enjoy it. And it was just like, actually, that's a really great way to think
Mm.
about stuff is to go, actually, I'm so lucky I've managed to bring my friends along to this to experience this and share the experience. It is really interesting to put it that way.
I'm going to finish off with sort of two quick questions once I've finished spasming. So one of those is, do you have any advice for people who are going to be dealing with adversity of any kind, be it a daily bit of adversity or something massive that's going to happen in their life?
Adversity happens in everyone's life, and it's putting into perspective. And I'm really bad for it in my own life, but I can really tell you, take each day as it comes. The little things will blow over. I have a plaque in my office that literally says, "Always remember, you're braver than you think. You're stronger than you think. So you're stronger than you are, and you're smarter than anything in the world. And on top of that, you're loved more than you could ever know." Just those reaffirming words just are like, actually, yeah, no, I do get that. And even
Mm.
in the dark days, there are people that absolutely love you and will back you to the end of the earth to help you get through this. You may not think it, but there are these people, and it might not just be family. It might be just a friend just making a slight comment or just having a quick chat to you. And I'm one of those that if I can make someone's life better, it kind of makes me feel better in a way.
Mm.
And just having that quick 5 minute chat, I'm happy to do it.
Yeah, I think that's brilliant advice for people. And then the second one, which is kind of linked to it, do you just have a bit of general advice from your experiences in life about just life in general? What is life about? What do you consider to be the important message that's come out of your life so far that you want to tell other people?
Go out, enjoy life. It is one of those things that you forget all about the important things in life. And I mean, there's a great sort of video I've seen where a chap explains sort of life through a jar, and basically he takes a jar and he fills it with golf balls and go and says, "Is this full?" The class that he's telling say, "Yeah, no, that's full." He goes, "Right," then fills it up with marbles, puts marbles in on top of that, and goes, "Is it full now?" And they go, "Yes." He goes, "Okay, right, fine." Literally then grabs sand and pours sand into the jar, and the sand then obviously fills up all these little bit more spaces. And he goes, "Is that full?" And they're like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And he's like, "Well, yeah, that is full." And what you really need to think about is the golf balls are your friends, are your family, are the really important things in life. So they're the things you should concentrate on. The marbles are just like the smaller things that are like your car, your house, like these little things that are important, but not so much. Whereas the sand, that's just all the fluff. If you think about the sand too much, you're wasting your time. Because if you had put the sand in first, you would never fill your jar with all those golf balls, with all those marbles, because you're focusing on the small things. And it's just a brilliant sort of message to put across there that actually think about the important things. Don't worry about the little things. Think about what's more
Mm.
important, and family and friends are important, and just
Mm.
build a good set of friends wherever you go, and always be willing to make friends.
I think that's a great place to end there. I think that's like a lovely story and message. And yeah, thank you
Yeah,
very much for being my guest.
well, that's fine, mate.
That is the whole of Mark's interview done. I think it was fantastic. I loved doing it. He's a great friend of mine, and I think he had a really important message to tell there. Hopefully, you enjoyed it too, and you'll like, share, and subscribe my channel. It would really help me out. I'm planning on bringing more interview content soon, as well as different challenges I'm doing, and many more activities. So please come back, follow my journey, as well as the journey of many other people with spinal cord injuries, and hopefully you enjoy it. Please leave comments, tell me what you think of this new interview style, and yeah, hopefully see you soon. That'll be it for this week. See you soon.